All right. We're here with Joey Aietza once again.
Once again. Gravekeepers Deck. Went 3-1. Played 2 salads, won both the salads matchups. Played Magical Musketeers as well, won that, and lost to Orcus Trickstar combo crap in the last round. So
Which, going first, you'd probably have a good matchup against, but...
I bricked game 1 and lost game 2 as expected, so...
Yeah.
Let's get into the profile.
Let's show it. Let's see it.
For main deck monsters, 3 of the ultimate terraforming of all time. A 2-1 terraforming, yes. Just get you your Necro Valley. You can't play anything less than 3. 3 of one of the newer cards, Headman, Special Summon, and funnily enough, this is your only monster that's not level 4, so Special Summon for days. On to the next one is also a new card, Spirit Neutral.
Spiritualist?
Spiritualist is your polymerization. Funnily enough.
Because why run spell cards when you can just use a monster?
You can use a monster for polymerization. Great. You want to say you run 3. Next, I run 2 copies of Heretic.
You mean Merrick?
Merrick 2.0. There's Merrick 3.0 now.
Oh.
But this wins the Sky Striker matchup automatically. Literally, Kangari to 1. It's their only Sky Striker base card that can get over this, so that's alright.
So what does he actually do?
If Necro Valley is on the field, this card is unaffected by all card effects. Every single one. So basically, you summon this, they've already used their Kangari, they can't get over 1800. And yes, it doesn't gain 500 from Necro Valley either.
Alright, so is that your whole monster lineup?
So that's my Gravekeeper monster lineup. So, non-Gravekeeper monster lineup, I run 2 copies of Eater of Millions.
Yep.
This just gives me a way of going second. Literally, it saved me so many times when I lost the die roll, so you need to run it, at least 2. I've used to run 3, but 2 I found was more better. My hand trap of choice was the Gamma and Driver.
Yep.
What can I say? It's
a good hand trap.
It's a good hand trap, but Ash is far superior, but this can't be called by the grave.
That is true.
So,
and also, it's hilarious to bring out when they try to Ash your Commandant.
They Ash, you command it, and you just go Gamma, they go Cry, and then you go Omega, and then you get rid of another card out of their hand, so they can't play game properly either.
A 4-card hand going second?
Yes. So that's it for the whole monster lineup, so that's 17 all up. 18,
Onto spells.
Onto spells. The God card, being Necro Valley.
If only this was ulti.
If only it was an ultimate rare. Cries. But don't forget the 500 attack and defense. I've had people forget this, and the rest is just history. It's an awesome card. Next is another new card, Necro Valley Throne.
Yep.
This is now your Rotor of the deck.
Rotor at 3?
Rotor at 3? What is this?
That's insane.
And depending on your situation, you add whatever card you want. Sometimes you add Heretic, sometimes you add Edmund, sometimes you add Spirit, sometimes you add Commandant just to get Necro Valley. It's just great. Next, I run a single copy of Hidden Temples.
What does this do?
If I control a Gravekeeper monster and Necro Valley, neither player can special summon except Gravekeeper monsters.
Nice.
Yes. I
Can't be busted against most decks if you can get it out.
Only problem with this, if you activate this too early, before you've got your fusion on the field, this technically leaves the field. Because you lose a Gravekeeper monster, and this card says if there's not one of either of those 2 cards, Necro Valley or Gravekeeper monster, this card gets destroyed. So there's that period of time where this card technically gets destroyed.
Where it just goes, oh, I'm alone. Goodbye.
Correct. I run 1 copy of
Steel.
Stile. Sad thing, it says target 2. If it said up to 2, it'd be good, but target 2 is not too bad. It's a good mid-game card. It's a free +1, and if you get commanded back to hand, you've got Necro Valley again. So it's a handy card. I've used it a couple of times. The limited boy, Royal Tribute.
How often did you pull this off today?
I pulled this off against Magical Musketeers and cried because he top decked a monster. I literally did. I literally bricked his hand and then he top decked the unbrick. I was like, ah. But still, it's limited for a reason. I still think it can come off. Or
At least a 2.
At least a 2. I can see it at 3 and being abused, but at 2 I don't think it can get abused. That's it for the Gravekeeper based spells. The next spell card I run is Expensive Boy.
Oh no. Suddenly the whole deck has jumped in price.
Suddenly the deck has jumped up in price. As you'll see later on, you don't use your extra deck, so...
But 2 or 3 cards.
By 6 cards actually.
Oh.
Why not have a free +1?
The Pot of Greed at 3?
Pot of Greed at 3? What? No? That's it for the spell cards.
No duality anymore.
Nah, I left duality out. I think doing that, you lost some of your negates, which is what you'll see in a sec. And I felt some of those were more valuable than drawing.
Yeah.
Next was 3 copies of the
Shiny box.
The shiny temples, the shiny tombs of boys. Basically, a solemn warning: if you meet the conditions of a Gravekeeper monster in Necro Valley. And because this is a pure variant, I ran it at 3.
Yep. Hard ones per turn?
It is a hard once per turn, which does make me cry. But most of the time, you're never getting more than 1 off. So that's one. The only other Gravekeeper trap card I run is a fairly new one, Temple.
What do you do?
While you control a Gravekeeper and Necro Valley, all your opponent's monsters in the field lose 500 attack and defense. Cool. Once per turn during the main phase, if you control no card in your field zone, you can activate Necro Valley directly from your hand or graveyard.
Yep.
Yes. Its last one, which is probably its most useful one, is if this card is in your possession and is destroyed by your opponent by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can set 1 Necro Valley spell trap card directly from deck. Except Temple, obviously, but you only run 1. So.
But that can be Tombs, that can be...
Tombs, Throne, Necro Valley itself, so there's a
very useful card.
Very useful card at 1. It's very undervalued. I'm sad it's a trap card, not a spell card, but it's still...
Can't have everything.
Can't have everything. So the next trap card's another expensive card, Infinite Impermanence.
Yeah, pretty in secret.
Pretty in the secret, boys. You just need a negate.
Yeah.
Gamma's not enough, so this is...
And, being able to activate from hand is always nice.
Correct, so this also can go second or first, either way. Say you get veiled by a Monarch for something, and you just go, well, I impermanence, now I can special summon for days. Alright, so the last 4 cards I run, Strikes, Warning, and Judgment. So,
nice little Solemn Brigade.
Nice little Solemn Brigade. This is what I mean by I ran this over the dualities. This
just the extra stopping power going first. It's something to side out if you know you're going second.
Yeah. And it's really good siding out game 3, so it's just a free 4 card out for your side deck, which you do use a fair bit.
We'll have a look at that in a bit. Let's go to the extra.
So the extra deck. So 3 of the new Fusion Boss Monster.
Big Boy Merrick.
Hashtag Merrick 3.0.
I like that we've got Merrick in his deck, and we've got the Millennium Rod dice.
Yeet. This card gains attack and defense equal to the original levels of the combined materials. Generally it's level 7 or level 8, because Headman's level 3, so if you use Headman it's 7, if you use...
Anything else?
Gains the attack and defense. Well, that's good. Now you've got a 3/3 stick sometimes. So
yep.
Second effect, if you control this card and Necro Valley, both it and can't be destroyed. It still can be targeted, which is disappointing, so you can still be bounced and just cry. And then the last effect, which makes me cry a solid tear for Konami. During your main phase, activate this effect. Oh, what does this do? Well, during
In
the
your
end
end
phase, you get to search either a Gravekeepers monster or a Necro Valley spell trap card. So, generally, you're searching a Necro Valley card because you can search Gravekeeper monsters anyway. So, but because it's end phase, you're generally searching Throne because it's your spell card.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so that's 3, and obviously you're running Extravagance, so you've got to run 3. Next, I run a solid 2 copies of Wee Witch Apprentice.
Everything's dark for the most
Everything's dark in the deck besides Gamma and Driver, so have fun, basically. You don't use its effect to add back to hand very much.
part. Usually you can't.
Usually you can't because Necro Valley's on the field, but there have been times I have done it and it worked for me, so why not? The last card that you need is a solid copy of Omega.
Big Boy Omega.
Big Boy Omega. Basically, you don't care about its effect to add a banished card back from hand or a card in your graveyard back to your deck. You care about the effect that it can get rid of a card out of their hand.
And the 2/8 stick is nice.
2/8 stick is definitely nice. I will say that. So basically, the rest of this is now tech and whatever the hell
Fodder.
yeah, whatever you want to choose from. I run Nightmare Cerebus, Nightmare Phoenix, Good Link 2s. Gets
Solid
rid of-
removal.
Solid removal. Pretty straightforward for those two. One sexy secret, Akasha. Your spellcasters get a free bounce if they misplay. So why not? And then the solid of the Borrowload Dragon. No, don't play Borrow Sword. You rarely have enough monsters to get to this card, let alone have another one on top. So play Borrowload Dragon. Don't play Borrow Sword. But even then, I think I've only ever summoned the card once. So
And
Think of that.
load is enough of a card.
yes, correct. Next, Time Thief Rhoda. Wait, this card you can summon. Yeet!
The banish, come back, okay.
I can banish, I can steal top card of your deck, I can do many things. It's great. And funnily enough, it's 2 level 4s, so I can summon it. And as I said earlier, besides Headman, you're all level 4s, so
Yeah.
go for it. Arc. It's just good to sometimes mind control a card. It's great. So
Pinch something. And
pinch
yeah.
something, you can do more damage. Lightning and Utopia.
Utopia package.
Utopia package, pretty standard.
Just
I've
in case you ever need to.
never went into it, but it's there in case I need it. And then the last one is Cowboy, because Cowboy for game is actually a thing now.
Have you ever actually done it?
No. No. Funnily enough, no. But you rarely go into your Link 4s.
Yeah.
And if I do, generally I'll go into Time Thief Rhoda because it's just a better card.
Yeah.
But if I do ever need it, it's there. So
Alright,
That's-
show us
the
what you bring
extra
in.
deck. So now the side deck, this is where you need to work this really well, and you need to know what to side out in order to play this deck at its best. So I play 3 copies of Dino Wrestler.
Best card going second at the moment.
Best card going second, plus it's like a staple 3 of in most extra decks these days.
I wish I had 3 of it.
2 no materials.
This card is stupid.
This card is interesting. After turn 1, it's now a dead card, so just don't
Unless
care
you
anymore.
somehow get your board wiped completely.
Correct. But if you go second, it's a good card against some matchups, i.e. Salmon Grace, i.e. Orcus. They're just great matchups that this card just wins you for.
Pendulum. It's just
Pendulum, Pendulums,
no electromite.
yeah, no electromite, which is also handy. Next, I run 2 copies of Twisters because I'm actually sad that back row removal is vastly scarce in this deck. It's the one thing it does suffer from. It can't remove back row very well,
And back row is fairly
especially why Mystic Mind's a thing.
that and Orcus with all their
Orcus, not so much. It's more Mystic Mind. And back row heavy decks. Like when I played
Breaker.
against Salads, this was actually good going second because you can just get rid of some of their back row in standby phase and then just go, well, okay. But otherwise, I thought about 3 with this because this is your only back row removal, but the next card you'll see makes up for that anyway,
Alright.
which is Red Reboot.
Yep.
You are scared of trap cards. You are very scared of trap cards. I've even cited this in going second. That's how scared I am of trap cards.
Yep, that is perfectly fair. The ability to activate from hand at the cost of half your life points it's fine.
It's irrelevant. I think I even got 1,000 life points because I upstart Goblin. I didn't even care. I was like, I'm paying half my life points. This card's too good. So yeah, and even like cards like Evenly a thing. So just being able to
Evenly, Impermanence.
I hit Impermanence a few times tonight actually, which was crazy. But
you do not want to get hit with that card, especially Spiritualist.
Yeah, you don't want your super specialist, your super neutralist to be hit because then he turns the protection off. Now last is a 5-card piece, and it's 4 going first. The Artifact Engine. 2 Scythe, 3 Sanctum.
Yep. Fairly solid.
It's fairly solid. Sanctum's a good card. Going first. Scythe is just great. You can just say no to their...
No extra deck.
No extra
They're not
deck.
doing much.
I did toss around 1-1 between Moral Tech and Double Scythe. I ended up going Double Scythe because there were a few times the last couple of weeks where I saw 2 Scythe. I saw Scythe and Moral Tech was my only card in the deck, so I ended up taking that extra risk going to that. So I cited everything today besides no material because I never got to go second against August. But Salads, I won die roll in the first matchup, won both games because he misplayed a couple of things.
Yep.
Played against Magical Musketeers. It was pretty much as expected. I win die roll, I win game pretty much. But the second round of Salament Greats, I ended up losing die roll and winning game because Impermanence at the right time on Mirage Stelio and things like
and
that.
Hitting the
And Gamma,
Fusion of Fire, or the zone that they played Fusion of Fire in.
Well, Gamma, no, that was round 1.
Okay.
Playing around with Gamma and Impermanence, very good cards for the deck. Allowed me to win that game, so therefore I basically stole back die roll, therefore I win game 3 automatically. And then August, I bricked really badly game 1. Game 2 kind of went as expected. I didn't see the red reboot and he saw evenly matched, so pretty much explained everything. I did see the Sanctum, which basically stalled, but my top deck was red reboot, so I wasn't doing anything anyway.
Nothing was happening.
Hope you enjoyed that deck profile.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Mitch.